This is the Kapok team, and today I'm going to show you how to operate some basic features of Kapok. Let's get started. So first of all, locate Kapok. I'm assuming that you have an account. So if you don't have an account, please do go and see how to create an account on Kapok. This should be on the channel. Now, if you have Kapok and it's not freshly installed, that is, you haven't recently installed it and you have logged in once before, you would not have to log in again. So you could just go ahead, click on the Kapok app, and it will take you directly to your team page, which is this one, the one we see right now. Now, the main feature of Kapok is to create logs and show people that where work needs to be done and where help is needed, right? We do this by simply clicking on the map. When you click on the map, it will take you to a log creation screen, and yeah, that's it. You create a log, give a location where the log is. So now it is possible that in the default state, the map is a bit zoomed out. In that case, you can zoom in, which I will show again, to pinpoint the exact or almost exact location of the log. The log location, the one reason that it is like we don't give you an exact location of the log is because we do not want people to know where the person is when they created the log, where the person was when they created the log. And it gives you an extra step of security that the people who are making the logs, their location will not be revealed. And since it's only one arbitrary location, which most probably would be the center of a town or a city or village, it will not show any personal information on that log. So you go on, click on the place or the location where a log is made, choose a category, and let's say supplies, and let's say need toilet paper. Now you can also select what's the priority of the log. That means how quickly the log needs to be completed. So let's say this is an utmost priority, and then you can create the log. And now as you can see, the log is right there. Now, like I said, if you want to create a bit more detailed logs, you can just zoom in, use your two fingers or whatever zooming options that are available to you, and you can keep zooming in until you have reached the location you want to reach. And that's it. You can create another log here saying and let's say plumbing, and we are going to say fire hydrant broke. And let's say this is also a high priority log, and we are going to create that log. Now, as you can see, a number has appeared over there. It's showing the density of the logs. As more logs go around or appear in a general area, that number will increase. Now, if I zoom in, that number is going to disappear because the logs are now seemingly distant. The more you zoom out, the more logs are going to be clustered together, and that number will rise up. Just to reiterate, that number is just showing how many logs in a particular area exist. All right? So that's how you create a log. Now, you could view the logs just by clicking on the marker. So that's our supplies log that we just created. It will show you the location of the log, which the person who created the log clicked on. So it's not the exact location of the person, but where help is needed. Then there is a category, that is what kind of help is needed. Then there's nodes which you can edit later on too. I will show you how. And the last one is the create of the log, and then is the status of the log. Now, if you don't want to click on the logs, you can also go and press the button. Let me just reiterate that. You can also go on the bottom left, click this button called list view, and it will take you to this list. Now, you could, if you want to order the logs in a certain fashion, you can go by oldest first, newest first, sort by rating, but both of them have the same rating, and sort by category. And we sort them according to the category in which, because this one was a plumbing one and this one was supplies one. Now you might see that the oldest first and the newest first didn't change much, other than like they are doing the same thing. This is because Kapok will not record small time or a small difference in time as a different time. Like if you say 1 hour or 2 hours, then let's say we create a new log after 2 hours. That new log will be considered a newer log than the older ones. And in that case, this sorting will work accordingly. But since we created both of these logs exactly right now, it's not going to sort the way we want it to. This is so that in the long term, people can keep track of the newer logs that are coming in. Now that we know how to make logs and how to see logs, let's see how can we edit logs, right? Now, editing logs is a tricky thing, not because it's actually tricky, but only the administrator of a team can do it. The reason for this is because we do not want everyone to keep making changes to a certain log, because it will create chaos in the whole team. But when you go to the log view, either by clicking on the marker or going via list view and then clicking on one of the logs here, you'll see these 3 dots on the top right. When you click on them, you'll get all of these tasks. Now, for the most part, most of these tasks are only allowed to be used by the administrator of a team. So if you want to make additions to a log, you might need to talk to your administrator, or if you're the administrator, you can just go right ahead and click on any of these logs. So when you click add nodes, it will add nodes to the log. When you click edit priority, it will edit the stars you see at the bottom and will edit those. When you click assign task, it will assign a task to another member in the team. And when you click delete, the log will be deleted. Just to reiterate, these tasks can only be performed by an administrator, that is the person who made your team or the person who is currently governing your team. And most of these tasks, unless if you don't have administrator privileges, you will have to talk to your administrator and let that person make those changes. Now let's go with assign task for now. It will take you to this dialog box. Since I'm the only person in the team, I am the administrator. And since I'm the only one in the team, I cannot assign a task to anyone but myself. So I'll assign the task. And you see at the top, we just got a notification saying new tasks have been assigned to you. And yeah, if you go back, now seeing the assigned tasks and how to operate other functionalities of the app will be shown in a different video. So yeah, that's it for today, and see you in the next video.